Welcome to PVT 1977 channel. Subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. In the world of Chinese entertainment, few pairs have captured public imagination quite like Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi. Together, they embody the perfect balance of youthful charm and quiet depth. Two stars whose chemistry feels so natural, it blurs the line between fiction and reality. And now, thanks to one brief but unforgettable moment in Wu Lei's recent interview, fans are once again spiraling into delightful speculation. Because this time, his words, or rather, his silence, may have spoken volumes. The interview that set the internet ablaze. The scene was casual, a cozy studio setting, warm lights, and Wu Lei dressed in a relaxed but effortlessly stylish outfit. His demeanor was calm as always, exuding that mix of confidence and sincerity that has made him one of China's most respected young actors. The interview began predictably. Questions about upcoming projects, reflections on his acting journey, and plans for the coming year. Everything seemed routine until the host, with a knowing smile, leaned forward and asked the question that would change the tone of the day. Wu Lei, your fans can't stop talking about the chemistry you share with a certain co-star. You probably know who I'm talking about. The studio audience laughed. Wu Lei, caught slightly off guard, smiled and looked away from the camera, just for a second, but long enough for fans to notice. It was a small, almost shy gesture, but it sent social media into overdrive. He replied carefully, his tone light but thoughtful. I think I have good chemistry with many people I work with. It was a diplomatic answer, the kind that could have ended the topic right there. But the host wasn't ready to let go. Well, this one seems a bit different. People can't stop mentioning Zhao Lusi. The two of you together, there's a kind of magic that doesn't fade. Is there anything you'd like to share about that? And just like that, the air in the room shifted. A smile that said everything. Wu Lei's expression softened. He didn't rush to answer. Instead, he smiled in that familiar way, the one that fans describe as gentle but revealing. His words, when they came, were calm yet disarmingly sincere. Sometimes, when two people understand each other deeply, words aren't needed. That single line, simple as it sounded, was enough to send the internet into a frenzy. Within minutes, hashtags like #WuLeiZhaoLusi, #SoftConfession, and #WhenWordsAren'tNeeded trended across Weibo, TikTok, and Twitter. Clips from the interview were replayed millions of times, fans analyzing every pause, every micro-expression, and even the slight curve of his smile. One fan wrote, "He didn't say her name, but everyone knew who he meant." Another commented, "That wasn't acting, that was affection caught on camera." Even international fan communities translated the moment into multiple languages, flooding timelines with emotional posts, theories, and beautifully edited fan videos. The global reach of their rumored connection had never been stronger. A pattern hidden in plain sight. To understand why this one sentence caused such a stir, one has to look back at the subtle history between these two stars. Ever since they appeared together in the beloved historical drama Love Like the Galaxy, audiences were captivated by their chemistry. The way Wu Lei looked at Zhao Lusi on screen didn't feel rehearsed. Each scene carried an undercurrent of authenticity, something unscripted, something real. After the series ended, their quiet mutual admiration continued to make headlines. Zhao Lusi would mention him fondly in interviews, often smiling a little wider when his name came up. Wu Lei, ever the minimalist, would show his support through small gestures, liking her posts, sharing promotional clips, or praising her professionalism when asked about his favorite co-stars. Their interactions were rare but meaningful. Fans, ever observant, began collecting moments, tiny fragments that, when pieced together, told a story of closeness and mutual respect. The bracelet theory and other coincidences. Social media detectives went to work immediately after the interview aired. Some noticed that Wu Lei was wearing a thin silver bracelet with a delicate star-shaped charm during one of his live streams. 2 weeks later, Zhao Lusi appeared at a promotional event, wearing what looked like the same bracelet. Was it a coincidence? Maybe. But for their fans, it was another sign of an unspoken connection. Old photos resurfaced showing similar accessories, matching hoodies, even shared phrases in interviews, like their frequent mention of a friendship built on understanding. The evidence, fans said, was hiding in plain sight. And then there was the Shanghai sighting, an unconfirmed report that both were seen entering the same restaurant on the same evening, through different doors. Discreet, quiet, but enough to reignite rumors that something deeper was brewing behind the scenes. A gentleman's gesture that melted hearts. If there's one moment that perfectly captured their rumored bond, it was during an awards ceremony late last year. As Zhao Lusi descended from the stage, the hem of her elegant gown caught on a step. Before anyone could react, Wu Lei was there, calm, composed, and quick to help. He adjusted her dress gently, nodded to ensure she was fine, and stepped back without saying a word. The internet exploded. Clips of the incident spread like wildfire, accompanied by captions such as "the look of love" and "a gentleman never needs words." To casual observers, it was a polite gesture. To fans who had followed their story for years, it was another quiet confirmation of a relationship built on care and mutual respect. She makes the set brighter. This wasn't the first time Wu Lei had spoken warmly about Zhao Lusi. In past interviews, he described her as someone who brings joy wherever she goes. "She's full of energy," he once said. "She makes the whole set brighter. Working with her doesn't feel like work, it feels natural." Those who know Wu Lei's reputation for being private about his personal life understood how rare that kind of praise was coming from him. For years, he's maintained a careful distance from gossip, focusing solely on his craft. Yet, when it comes to Zhao Lusi, his words always seem to carry a touch more warmth, a spark that fans never miss. A different Wu Lei. Observers have also noticed something else. Wu Lei himself seems to have changed. The once reserved actor, known for sidestepping questions about relationships, now appears more open and reflective. He's been speaking more about emotional maturity, about understanding connections that go beyond the surface. During that same interview, right before his now viral remark, he shared another thought that resonated deeply. "As I grow, I've realized that real connection doesn't always need to be explained. Sometimes, just knowing that someone understands you is enough. Fans couldn't help but interpret that as another subtle nod to Zhao Lusi, the person he has publicly described as easy to understand and easy to be understood by. The unwritten love story. For longtime followers, watching their bond evolve has felt like witnessing a love story unfold in slow motion. From co-stars to rumored partners, their connection has matured quietly, without fanfare. There are no grand public confessions, no flashy displays. Instead, there are quiet gestures, a glance during an event, a shared laugh in a behind-the-scenes clip, or a few heartfelt words that echo long after the cameras stop rolling. Fan communities across Asia have turned these subtle moments into a tapestry of affection. They've written essays, edited montages, and even organized online anniversary posts marking the day their drama first aired. One comment that went viral summed up the sentiment perfectly. They don't need to tell us what they are. We already feel it. When understanding becomes love. If Wu Lei's words truly hint at something more, they mark a beautiful turning point, not just in his public image, but in how modern audiences perceive celebrity relationships. In a world where fame often demands constant exposure, Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi have chosen quiet authenticity. Their rumored connection feels grounded not in spectacle, but in shared respect and genuine understanding, something that fans find refreshingly real. Entertainment insiders have also whispered that the two often check in on each other's projects behind the scenes. When Zhao Lusi's latest drama premiered earlier this year, Wu Lei's official studio account liked several related posts within hours. Small acts, but they never go unnoticed. The line that defined it all. So what exactly did Wu Lei mean when he said, "When two people understand each other deeply, words aren't needed"? Maybe it was nothing more than a thoughtful reflection. Or maybe it was everything, a poetic declaration disguised as a casual remark. Either way, it struck a chord. Because in that moment, it wasn't about celebrity gossip or fan theories. It was about the beauty of connection, the kind that doesn't demand validation, that doesn't shout to be seen. And that's precisely what makes their story so compelling. Love, or just understanding. After the interview, all eyes turned to Zhao Lusi. Would she respond? Would she mirror his subtlety or remain silent? So far, she hasn't said a word, but fans noticed that she recently reposted a quote on her social media that read, "Some bonds are too deep to explain, they simply exist." Whether coincidence or quiet acknowledgement, it added another layer of intrigue to the ongoing saga. A love that doesn't need confirmation. At the heart of it all lies a simple truth: not every connection needs to be defined. Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi have built something that transcends on-screen chemistry, a friendship, perhaps love, founded on mutual growth and genuine care. Their story is not about declarations or labels, but about authenticity in an industry where every gesture is scrutinized. As one fan beautifully put it, he doesn't need to say her name. His eyes already do. The magic of mystery. Perhaps that's why the world remains enchanted by them. They remind us that real emotion doesn't always arrive wrapped in grand gestures or press releases. Sometimes, it hides in the smallest details, a shared smile, a knowing glance, a few unsaid words that linger far longer than any official statement could. Wu Lei's interview may have lasted only a few minutes, but its impact was lasting. It reignited the conversation, deepened the fascination, and left millions wondering what lies beneath the surface of this beautifully understated bond. And maybe that's the point. Some stories are meant to be felt, not confirmed. Disclaimer: this article is based on publicly available interviews, online fan discussions, and speculative reports. Neither Wu Lei nor Zhao Lusi has confirmed any romantic involvement. Readers are encouraged to enjoy this story as an exploration of fandom culture and the art of subtle connection in the public eye. What do you think about this? This concludes our new section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.